Hello, and welcome to the SciClones podcast, a podcast where two people who are not the same person talk about science fiction, fantasy books, movies, etc. I am the newest AI chatbot, Annika.
And I'm Dalton. I'm honestly kind of surprised you remembered the intro since it's been like a baby's worth of time since we've podcasted.
It's been
not that we had a baby. It was a baby creating amount of time.
It's been
9 months.
A bit of a hiatus. We had a lot going on.
That's what I call 9 months is a baby.
A baby's
a baby of time.
It just makes it sound like you had a baby.
No, that's what a baby of time is.
That is true. That is true. Anyways, we are back. We did not have a baby, and hopefully we'll be a little more regular from here on out. So today we are talking about The Infinite and the Divine by Robert Rath. It's a book in a little known and pretty obscure little book series.
I don't know if you even call it. It's not like in a series even. It's just like the world. You know what I mean?
What is it?
Well, it's Warhammer 40,000, not to be confused with any other type of Warhammer. But it's like saying like, would you say the Hobbit's in the same series as Lord of the Rings, or is it in the same universe?
Well, I was trying to be sarcastic. I don't know.
I know, but it's like, I think it's confusing because this is like one book. There's no other book that goes along with it. I think it's like kind of a one-off in like the realm of Necrons. So,
well, why don't you, as the resident Warhammer expert, give us a little background on Warhammer and Necrons?
Warhammer, the 7 billion books,
40K.
Yeah. So, I guess what pertains to this one is. The main race that we follow, or faction that we follow, are the Necrons. So they're a race that's been around since, like, the beginning of time. I think it's one of the first, like, races that are talked about in, like, the Warhammer universe. So there's, like, the old ones who created everything, I guess. I don't know what their whole deal is, but they have a war with the old ones, the Necron do. And this is when they're on their home planet, where they're just kind of, like, I don't know, like organic people, because I guess I'm going to say, in the future, they're robots with no souls, which is kind of important in the universe. Well,
first, though, Warhammer 40K, it's like a science fiction universe, so they're in space, there's, like, space marines.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying, like,
so
with this, it's like, this is like the creating myth of the whole Warhammer universe, so it's pretty much like the Necrons start way in the past, kind of like how like Star Wars start in the past, but it's the future. So they're like one of the first races in the universe. But they start as people, or like they're called the Necron tier. And then through a series of events, they join sides with these like space gods called the Catan, and they kind of deceive them into giving up their mortal flesh to become these robots subservient to the Catan to fight the old ones. So it's this like futuristic space opera. It's kind of like the whole Warhammer universe. And they bring up a lot of the other factions. So there's like humanity, there's space elves, which are like Lord of the Ring elves, but in space.
In space.
There's orcs.
In space.
With a K, so you know that they're, I don't know, what do you call them? Legally distinct from the Orokai, I guess. And then there's like bug people. There's like a bunch of different races, but the one that I follow here is the Necron.
And they're sort of ancient Egyptian-esque.
Themed, yeah.
Yeah, but they're also like skeleton. They're like metal skeleton, like Terminator kinda.
Yeah, that's what they used, like all their voice lines and stuff and like lore was supposed to be like they're just Terminators. They talked like that, like I'll be back type thing. And then they retconned all the lore for them to be like more like Egyptian focused. So
we could insert a clip from Terminator here.
I've never seen Terminator, so I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You've never seen Terminator?
I just know he's like naked and he's like, give me your wallet and your motorcycle.
That's actually not bad. That was not bad. I was really prepared for it not to be that good.
Thank you.
But yeah, so this one focuses on the Necrons, but has a lot of other things. And I feel like if you're not in the Warhammer, I don't think you'll appreciate this book as much. as someone who like is interested or knows about Warhammer, like, you know, a little bit.
Yeah, against my will.
Against your will from me. So like you kind of had an idea, but I don't know if someone with like no knowledge at all would enjoy it as much. But yeah, I think it's still like a good book overall, but I think you're gonna be missing out on a lot of like the little things where like people who know this, like the universe, are like, oh, that's that thing, I know that thing. So
yeah, but I mean, it was still a fun book. Like, it had some fun things. It's a very sweeping. It's a long period of time, kind of like our last book we did with the spiders, Children of Time.
Honestly, I was like, what book did we do last?
We had a hypothetical baby between that one and this one.
Exactly. But yeah, so The Infinite and Divine was written by Robert Rath, which I think you have. Rath. What's that?
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was kind of getting confused because I listened to the audiobook in 2022. So that's the last time I had anything to do with this. So I'm going off information from then and just listening to other people talk about it before another podcast. But you read it most recently. But the guy who did the voice acting, I think his name was also Robert. So I can't remember. I just wanted to make sure I got the right author.
Robert Rath is the author. Not a lot of information about him. Apparently he's from Honolulu. And as of 2024, he was working in Hong Kong. But he's written a few different Warhammer books. They kind of recruit different authors to write the different books. Yeah. It's not just one guy.
And I think he's done a couple Necron books. He did The Fall Acadia, which I haven't heard much about that, but I know like The Fall Acadia is like a really interesting, like people were really passionate about that event that happens in Warhammer.
Uh-huh.
And then he did the Assassinorum books. So if you know anything about Warhammer, you might know those, but I don't know much about those because...
The what books?
The Assassinorum.
Assassinorum?
Assassinorum. So it's like a series about like the different Imperial assassins, I think. But I've mostly listened to the 30K books, so like Warhammer 30,000 and not 40,000. So I don't know as much about these as the others, but...
Yeah, well, let's get into it. So this book follows two Necrons. The first is Orican the Diviner, he's a Necron cryptic, which is basically like he helps them develop their technology and stuff, as far as I could tell.
And he's also a time sorcerer.
A chronomancer.
A time wizard.
So he's got these like little things that he can draw algorithms and horoscopes.
What's the strongest magic of all time?
Love.
No, you idiot! Chronomancy!
What?
You don't get that reference. But someone out there will get that reference.
Yeah, well, it's not me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to leave it at that. You're going to be confused. But someone out there who listens to this is going to be like, I know that reference.
Someone of the two people.
Yeah, one of the two people will know. And they'll be like, oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Completely underrated. I have to say this real quick. I was watching a video, and this guy was like, oh, yeah, you person watching this in your house in Dubuque, Iowa. And he's like, I got a bunch of you right there. And I was like, oh, we should do that.
We should do that.
Hey, listener, and I don't know, Lawrence, Kansas, how are you doing?
Yes.
And someone in Lawrence, Kansas is like,
oh,
what the fuck?
Yes.
Anyways, you were explaining.
Yes. So he's a chronomancer, so he can like draw algorithms and trigonometry and
he can
math
go and
in the numbers, and
he can like replete time sometimes, but I don't know the extent of that.
Only a little bit. He can't like go way back.
Yeah.
But he can go back a little bit. So if something's not going the way he likes, then he's like, he'll go back a little bit and then change it the way that he likes. And he can sort of like see alternate futures.
Yeah, because like he does so many different things.
Yeah.
And then the other guy that he is kind of like his adversary is Trajan. What's this? Is it Trajan the Infinite? Is that what he's... Because Orican the Diviner, Trajan the Infinite, so the Infinite and the Divine. So it's pretty much those two who are like rivals, like fighting over a MacGuffin for the whole book.
Yeah.
Through like tens of thousands of years.
So Trajan the Infinite, he is an archivist. He basically just has like a museum and he likes weird stuff.
I feel like you said that wrong.
I know.
Archivist. Because he archives things.
Archivist.
Yeah.
Well, it's spelled, there's like an A and an E in there.
Yeah, like arcane. Arcanivist. Oh, and I can't say it. You've ruined it.
He has a thrift store and he likes weird things.
Yeah, like he will kidnap like I think at one point they talk about how he has like space marines, which are like humanity's like super soldiers, and he has them like fighting orcs. So he's like kidnapped them,
in like
like
a little
froze
diorama.
them in like time and space, and like kind of set them up like a diorama where like the orc's about to hit the space marine, but the space marine's gonna shoot him. So I guess in theory, if they unfreeze, I think he does. I think Orkin does it at one point, unfreezes some of like his orcs and stuff, and he's like, "God dang it, Orkin! I gotta clean this up."
Because he basically like traps them in these like little tesseract,
like cubes,
labyrinth cubes, and then sets them up in his little museum.
Yeah, and his whole thing is why he's the Infinite is that since these Necrons are like robots, they have like these robotic bodies, and I don't know if he can do it, just him can do it, or like other people can, but it's not talked about. I think it's just a him thing that he can like move his consciousness from one body to another. So like the really high up Necrons, like in their society when they got turned into robots, maintain like their memories, but like the rank and file people didn't. So they're kind of just like husks. So he's able to like jump to the husks. So technically he's like infinite because as long as there's somewhere for him to jump to, he can't die. Mm-hmm. So that's why he's the infinite. And Orikin's the divine.
The divine. So, as Dalton mentioned earlier, they're fighting over this MacGuffin, which it's called, I have it written down here, the Astrarum Mysterious.
Which is, I feel like, a horrible name.
You gotta put an echo on that. Astrarum Mysterious.
Mysterious.
So, basically, there was a Necron Pharaon, who's like their big leaders, who he was like one of the last ones before they got turned into robots, and he died, and it's said that like his normal body is like entombed on this planetary tomb world, and the only way to get to it, to open this tomb, is through the Astrarum Mysterious.
And I think this Trajan wants the MacGuffin because he just wants to collect it, right?
He wants to open the tomb to, like, see the guy.
Okay.
But Orkin, because it's like, okay, because one of them wants it because they're like, this guy's body could hold the key to undoing the robotification.
Yeah, which is called, was it biotransference?
Mm-hmm. Which apparently kind of sucked.
Yeah, it does not sound good. And 40K, like, your soul is kind of a big deal. Like, there's actually kind of a hell. So, like, not having your soul, like, really disconnects you from, like, the hell plane where some people get their powers from, which is kind of interesting. So
the Necrons lost their souls when they...
Yeah, did the biotransference. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to remember... So, Trajan wants it to go in there to... Because he wants to be able to go back, and Orikin's, like... He just wants to go talk to the guy? I'm trying to remember.
Because they want different... One of them... like wants to undo the biotransference, and the other one is like, no, this is very helpful. Yeah,
because with the different Necrons, there's different... Oh, what is the Egyptian word for it? Where, like, not different, like, clans, because that's not what they call them. Dynasties.
Yeah, dynasties.
So I think Orikin is part of this dynasty that this last guy was from. So I think he just wants to, like, not open it to, like, not disrupt this. He wants to open it to, like, see if his guy's still alive to, like, go help him, maybe? I can't remember. You're supposed to know this. I listened to this 3 years ago.
Well, you could have listened to it since then.
That's fair. I did have a baby's amount of time to look at it.
True. They both want it for different reasons, and they both don't want the other one to get to it.
Yeah, because if they just got along and agreed to both open it, they would have just got together and done it at the beginning. But instead, they spend thousands and thousands of years trying to open this.
Because it can only be opened at very, very specific times when the stars are aligned just so.
It was something like 10,000 years or 15,000 years. So even after, if they got the MacGuffin, they would still have to wait like 10,000 years.
And then there's some sort of like algorithm they have to say at the right time.
Yeah. So the whole book is pretty much them going the different, like, in these different windows trying to get into it, rather who has the MacGuffin and like them trying to get into it. And it just kind of, we kind of like the other main character is kind of the planet that they look at.
Yeah, for sure.
When they first get there, I believe it is an Eldar planet, which is the space elves. So they look like elves and stuff. But I think, if I remember, these are the Exodites. So the Exodites kind of like back to nature. So they like ride like dinosaurs, like carnosaurs and stuff. So I believe that's the first interaction that they have. And I think Trajan ends up with the MacGuffin, and then like Orokin comes and steals it. But then it's just like, I don't know, kind of a buddy cop where the buddy cops are mad with each other for 10 billion years.
Yeah. So they're constantly like stealing it back from each other and fucking with each other. So after they go and take it from when the Eldar are on the planet, they kind of destroy that civilization in doing so. And then there's like a council of the Necrons. Basically, they go on trial. And the council is like, hey, you guys need to like maybe work together.
You guys need to cool it.
Yeah, relax.
Because you guys destroyed a whole planet. But it's something funny to mention is that with the Necron, everything takes forever because they are immortal. So like this trial lasted like 1,000 years or something ridiculous.
And they have this play that they reference often, and the play is like 200 years long.
Yeah, and that's like just completely normal for them.
Yeah.
I think there's a scene during the trial where Trajan realizes that Orokin keeps going back in time because he's just like, wait a minute, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
So
and
like,
he sees Orokin's little, like, he's got like little belt dinglies that like glow.
Yeah, so he's like, wait a minute, he's cheating! So it's just like, I don't know, how do you describe, like, Trajan is like, he seems like immature. And like Orokin is supposed to be like this wise sage who also like goes down to his level, like when they fight with each other. They're very like childish when they fight with each other.
They really are, because Trajan's supposed to be like this super knowledgeable, like he knows about a lot of different things, very like, he wants to preserve cultures and stuff, but he's also very immature. And then Orokin is supposed to be this super like powerful chronomancer guy, but he's also kind of conceited. Yeah.
And pretty much just the rest of the book is just, you know, going through time. They never actually get to open the tomb world. They pretty much just play pranks on each other from time to time. Like there's a point where Trajan like unleashes like a gene stealer, which is like the precursor to these giant xenomorph bug creatures that come to a planet
that are like really bad,
which are really bad and like destroy entire planets. And Trajan thought it'd be funny to like sick one on Orokin, and he didn't realize like later on when they come back, like the gene stealers have taken over the planet and did like a revolt, and he's like, oh crap.
So that actually kind of comes to a head because the gene stealers that he released on Orokin,
on the planet. Do you know?
So the planet's called Serenade.
Yeah.
It basically, there's like a human settlement, and then they come back later, and then the gene stealers have completely taken over the humans and stuff. So,
which is like the big issue, in the entire series, because like there's been orcs on the planet. The planet's been kind of wiped out bare before. There's Eldar, but now the gene stealers are there. The Imperium of Man's not gonna like that, so they're gonna blow up the whole freaking planet and destroy the tomb world. So they're kind of like in a race against time. Like this is their last chance to do it.
So the Imperium, it's actually kind of funny because at one point the Trajan and Orokin like save basically these early human settlements from being attacked by orcs, and then the humans end up thinking they were space marines. So they come back later and there's like statues to them and like.
Well, I think it's like a little, because I think in the book they say it's like the Iron Skull chapter of the Space Marines or something like that, which I wonder if they think that the Necrons were the Iron Skull chapter, or the Imperium of Man is like, those were the freaking Necrons, but we can't tell anybody that the Necrons saved our ass. It was definitely the Iron Skull Space Marine Legion, so let's build statues to them instead so no one knows.
No one knows.
Like, I don't know for sure. Maybe it said in the book, but I feel like...
I don't think it did.
Like, the Imperium is like, that's definitely something. Like, they would never, like, allow, like, a Xenos to save them. Because that was when the orcs invaded, I believe.
Yeah.
And then I think it was the same reason that they helped the humans was like, well, if the orcs take this over, the Imperium of Man's not going to like this, and they're going to try to blow this up, so we can't let them do this.
Yeah. So I just thought that was funny. And at one point, one of them has sort of like a pet human.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he's like his pet. He's like
he
his
puts these like mind controlling bugs in his head.
That's fair. But
and
he has a good life.
Yeah, like a pet.
That's fair.
Exactly. And then when the guy was really old, he basically euthanizes him.
Yeah, Trajan did this.
Yeah.
He kind of like Trajan blinks, and the guy's like, "I'm dying,"
and he's like,
"Oh, I thought you were just here." I think he feels a little bit bad.
He does feel a little
Trajan
bad.
kind of like he wants to be like mortal again because he like really likes to hang out around humanity, and Oricon's like, why? They're like nothing. They're ants.
Yeah. After the Gene Stealer cult takes over the planet, the Imperium of Man does actually implement, it's called an exterminatus.
Mm-hmm, which is like the highest level of like destruction. They just like exterminatus the planet. Yeah.
So they basically wipe out all living things, all life on the planet, and all the potential for life. And they bury Oricon down there, like deep in the planet when this happens.
Doesn't he just like keep going back in time slightly, and he's just crushing himself, and he's like insane because he's been in there for thousands. Well, I think it's like a whole cycle, right?
Yeah.
So like Trajan's just like hanging out, and he thinks Oricon's dead, and then he's like, "Oh shit!"
Well, yeah, because he kind of traps him down there, and escapes, and so it takes Oricon like 10,000 years or whatever to claw himself out, and Trajan comes back to the planet then because it's another cycle for the tomb to open, and he's like, "Oh, hey there, you're still alive."
Yeah, which is kind of shitty because they'd kind of getting along. Because after the trial, the council's like, "You guys need to like we'll open the tomb, but you guys need to get like work together on this." So they did until like Trajan betrayed Oricon.
Yeah.
But there's one thing I think we didn't mention is that they have to figure out how to open the tomb. Like even if they have the MacGuffin, they can't open it. So that's when they discover that, like, the planet has its own, like, melody.
It's called the Song of Serenade.
Yeah, so, like, their music is in, like, a certain rhythm. Like, I think even, like, their poetry and their language is, like, in a certain, like rhythm.
The plants and animals. It's like the Fibonacci kind of numbers.
It's just, like, internal to everything on the planet. And they find out that it's, like, kind of like a code that the planet is saying out there.
Yeah. That
they need to use to get into the tomb,
or something in the tomb is projecting it out.
Because Oricon, I guess, do you want to spoil? How much do you want to spoil? I guess
I think we can just do the whole thing.
Yeah. So
spoilers ahead.
Yeah, Oricon like hears his voice in his head that he thinks is like a female Necron that died in the tomb, and it's like she's telling him how to open it and like what's in it. But it actually turns out that what's in there is a Catan. So
before we go, we could go like how they get to open it.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Yeah, that's like the details you remember.
Yeah, so they both show up after this planet has been exterminatus and Oricon's like, "Hey, I'm not dead, you bitch," and Trajan is like, "Oh, sorry about that." But Oricon, while he was digging himself out from under this mountain, he figured out that the code of the planet, that it's like the Song of Serenade, it's a warning basically for them to stay away. So Trajan's like marching up to the tomb, and Oricon's like, "Dude, do not open it. They don't want us to open it. There's something really bad in there." So I feel like it's a really good kind of lead up, because the whole book you're like, oh,
it's
they're
like
going to
the
go
build up to open it.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, there's something in there that they shouldn't open.
And like Trajan just doesn't trust Oricon
he
anymore.
Like curb stomps Oricon.
He like beats the shit out of him.
It's kind of sad. I don't really like Trajan.
I like Trajan more. I think he's just a better character. It's also because like he's like a meme.
Yeah.
In like the Warhammer universe, it's like Trajan's gonna get you. He like collects everything.
He's gonna get ya.
He's gonna get ya. So after Trajan curve stops Oricon, he finally opens the vault. I can't remember what exactly happens.
Yeah, he opens the vault, and there's the guy's body, except it's not the guy. It turns out that it's one of the settlers of Catan that...
It's not it's a Catan. They eat stars, okay? They're mortal gods. But my favorite thing is, this one is like, his name's like the Deceiver. And I think that was his name when they met the Necrons. So they're like, let's trust this deceiver character.
Right?
I don't actually know if that's true, but I like to think that in my head. That's what
pretty
happened.
Funny. Yeah.
So he was like the main... Because they got tricked into becoming the robots. Because something we didn't mention is like the Necron tier, which is what the Necron were called before they switched. They were like on this planet that was very close to like a sun. And they were like predisposed to like cancer. So they only lived like 30 to 40 years because they were just like ravaged by disease. So the Catan were like, hey, we can make it so you guys are more or less immortal and we can like, save your species. And to do that, they turned them into these robots, which are kind of just like the slaves to the Catan, so they could fight.
Because did the Catan like eat their souls or something afterwards?
I can't remember for sure.
Something like that.
It could be, yeah, because they like eat like the power, but which is also something I don't know if they talk about in the book, but the old, I think it's called the Old Ones. I might be getting Halo confused with Warhammer, but anyways, like the creator guys, the old species that the Necron are fighting with the Catan, are actually the people who, like, they, like, seed a bunch of different planets. So they're the ones that create the Orc. So they create the Orcs to fight the Necrons and the Catan. They created the Eldar to fight the Necrons and the Catan. Like, I think there's some lore about, like, they seeded life on Earth, so they technically created humanity.
So, like, they're playing Warhammer.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
But it's like like, most of the races that you run into on Serenade were species that, like, the Old Ones created to fight the Necrons. So, because when they created the Orcs, they're called the Krorks, and they were, like, smarter, and then somehow they just, like, devolved into being really dumb.
Hell yeah. That's where I'm headed.
Yeah, hell yeah, brother. Brutal, because their gods are Gork and Mork. One is cunning and brutal, but the other one's brutal and cunning.
See, there you go.
So that's their gods. But no, I just forgot to mention that's why, like, the Catan tricked the Necron, so the Necron don't like the Catan, even though they were kind of fighting side by side before they got turned into the Necron.
Yeah. So the Necron were able to overthrow the Catan and break them up into these shards. Mm-hmm. And so it turns out that some of the shards were this Necron Pharaon who was imprisoned in that tomb.
Right. So there was not a Pharaon in there. It was just the
Catan.
The shards of the Catan, the Deceiver.
So he gets up and he's like, "Sup, bitches, thank you for opening the door." And Orican and Trazen are like, "Oh."
Yeah, I don't remember what the battle was, but does one of them die?
No.
Okay.
But Orican basically becomes like a god, a time math god. There's like a big, huge battle, but in the end, they do beat him. Love finds a way. Exactly.
And Orican and Trajan come together and defeat the evil.
Yes.
I don't remember what happens. You have to go from there.
I don't really either. The pacing's a little uneven.
Yeah, it's just because, they flop, like, they skip 10,000 years all the time.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, he has the MacGuffin, and now he has it, and now he has it, and then it's like, oh, and then the end, and then he turns into this glowing god, and then they fight, and oh my god, and then it's done. It's
kind of Warhammer books, which is weird, because there's a lot of battle scenes in Warhammer books, and I hate battle scenes. I just like dialogue between characters.
You like peace and love.
No, I just feel like Anytime there's a battle scene, they're like, he parried and then riposted. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck a riposte is. What does that even mean?
Okay, they also did a lot of that in this book, where they're like, he unshielded his magna...
I thought you were going to say his magnum dong.
Kind of his magna hora staff that crackled with infinite energy.
Yeah, and they
make up a lot of words.
But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Two guys, MacGuffin, time, fight, betrayed, victory,
love.
That's kind of the whole plot of it. But
yeah.
I guess, what did you like? If you, as a non-Warhammer person, what was your thoughts?
I did enjoy it. I thought it was too long.
That's fair.
I feel like there was just... It got repetitive.
How long it was?
I don't know.
I think it was like 11 or 12 hours of the audiobook, which is... I mean, I do it on like twice the speed, so it's like 6 hours. Yeah, because you're insane.
Mm-hmm.
So, because we would give rankings, I believe, on this.
Yeah.
I can't remember if we did out of 10 or 5.
Well, we could just do out of 10, because you just divide it by 2, and that's 5.
Whoa. Crazy.
Math.
What would you say?
I'd probably, honestly, 5 out of 10. It's alright.
That's fair. So, before I give mine, I want to preface this. This is seen as, I don't know if, some people would say this is the best Warhammer book of all time.
Really?
This is definitely in like the top 5 of most people. Like, I think everyone would say this is a top 10. This is like a well-loved book. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's what, like... So I'd probably say... I don't know. It's been a while since I listened to it. I'd probably say, like, a 7.5. I did... When I was reading it, like, or I listened to it, there was a lot of just, like, nothing happening. Which I think that's the whole point, is that it's supposed to show, like, it took thousands and thousands of years.
Yeah.
And there's definitely some... like, of the events when they try to open the tomb that we didn't talk about. But, I mean, there's, like, a whole... I feel like I was stuck on this whole scene where there's, like, a play for, like, 2 weeks, I feel like, because I was just kept getting bored with it. So I think it was, like, right before, like, they're watching a play, and then, like, the gene stealers, like, come out of the play and, like, take over. So, I don't know. I mean, I think there's a lot of, like, in 40K books, it's a lot more comedic than 30K books, so... I felt like this book was pretty comedic. Like,
it was.
They had, like... Wasn't there a point where they had, like... Was that the Necrons that destroyed the planet one time? And they had, like, robots come out and they would, like, see a plant and, like, fire... Like, throw a flamethrower at it.
Yes.
Or, like,
they're like
kill,
these...
like, all the bacterium.
Destroyers that somehow got on there. And they just kill, like...
So I think that's what happened after the Eldar were there. It was, like, Eldar, destroyers, human settlers, orcs... human civilization, gene stealers, exploded planet.
The
now.
End. Yeah, pretty much. It was funny, and it did have some really cool things. And I think if you were, like, more versed in the Warhammer lore, it would have made a little more sense and been enjoyable. Yeah. But I did like the guys a lot.
Yeah. And I think it's neat, too, is, like, in this book, there was a lot of different factions. So you had, like, the Eldar, you had orcs, you had Tyranids, you had Gene Stealers, you had humanity, you had Space Marines. So, like, if you're, like, in the Warhammer, there's, like, a bunch of different stuff to look at. And this is one of... There's not very many Necron books, either. I want to say maybe there's less than 10.
That's too bad.
Yeah, because that's, like, the running joke is that, like, Space Marines are the only thing in Warhammer. Like, that's the only thing anyone cares about. Like, it's like 99% of the books, 99% of the models, 99% of the lore is Space Marines, and then everyone else gets the 1%.
All of the other very creative and cool races.
Oh, yeah, that's like, everyone hates it, because everyone's like, no, I just don't want all Space Marines. Like, they just release a new Space Marine box, and everyone's like... Are you serious? Oh, well, they release it all the time.
Release some, like, the Tyranids. Those are cool.
Well, they pretty much, like, each, like, new... What do you want to call it? Like, iteration of the game. So they have different editions. So I think we're on 10th edition? Or 11th edition? I think 10th. Might be 11th. I don't remember. It's been years. I don't play the game. I just kind of pay attention. I paint models. I have, like, a billion guys.
Allegedly.
How dare you. But in each edition, they have, like, a starter box, and it's always Space Marines versus blank. Like, this time it was Space Marines versus Tyranids. Then last time it was Space Marines versus Necrons, and then it was, like, Space Marines versus Chaos Space Marines. So it's always focused on Space Marines. So it's nice to have a Necron book that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Because even if you don't have that many books, odds are 2 or 3 of them are going to suck, so it's good to have, like, really good ones.
Yeah, it was fun. And obviously there was a lot of detail that we did not...
Yeah, there's, like, a whole side plot where they have the Necrons that lose their mind, and, like I think they think they're organic, so they, like, harvest the skin and organs from other
and like wear them.
And wear them. What are they called again? I'm blanking on it right now.
Like the flare virus.
Yeah.
Or something like
is
that.
it the flayed ones?
Yeah, because it's like if they listen to the Song of Serenade too much, it makes them like go insane.
Oh, okay. Because I know the flayed ones, I think, can just be, it's like just any sort of corrupted code. Because they're like robotic, so they have like code, so they can get like corrupted.
Nerds.
Yeah. Because I think, is it Trajan or Orkin that like they put in quarantine for like 60,000 years or something? I think it's Trajan.
Is it Trajan?
I think Orkin comes and be like, how's it going, buddy? You doing good? And he's like, fuck you.
Yeah, because he's in quarantine because he was like contacted like the code or something of.
Yeah, I think he has to really worry about it because if he jumps into like a flayed one's like chassis, or I don't know what you want to call it, because that's what he does. He jumps to chassis.
Yeah.
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 And there's like there's another guy that's like some architect or something that tries to get the MacGuffin too, but he turns into a flayed one. Like that was a whole thing.
That's right. And he's
just
down
part of
there.
the council.
He was like down there in the because that's part of like a running plot. Is they're like, hey, did you guys kill? Has anyone seen
Steve?
Yeah, did you guys kill Steve? And they're like, nah, I don't know.
I've never seen Steve.
And then Steve shows up at the end at the tomb, and he's like insane.
His name's not Steve. I just can't remember his name.
It's like Faratek or I don't know, something like that.
A new Barak.
Egyptian-esque.
That's that's Warcraft.
You're such a nerd.
But yeah, because I guess we didn't talk about like I think in the other books they talk about like there's like a king or something, but I think the council was just like the different dynasties had like a person. So like there's different dynasties that have different tomb worlds because they kind of entombed everyone into these planets after the biotransference.
So most of the Necrons are like
in hibernation. And then most of the Necrons are like mindless drones, and then like the upper echelons are the ones that have like thoughts and stuff.
Yeah.
So
of course the bourgeoisie
tear it down.
Yeah, dismantle it.
Yeah. Alright, well, that's all I kind of got it. Well, okay, so far is this our 5th or 6th book that we've done?
So which one did we do first?
So we did
Micro.
We did underwater one.
Mm-hmm. Starfish. We did Children of Time.
Yep.
And
was there a 4th one?
No, Children of Time was the last one. I thought we did another one.
I can't think of another one.
Yeah.
This is
our 4th.
Yeah, where would you rank with this book in terms of our other ones? Because I think that was something we were doing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I would say probably, well, Starfish is my favorite book. So that's just got to be top. And then Children of Time would probably be after that because I really liked it. And the spiders and space. If you haven't listened to that episode, it's a pretty good episode, I think.
Yeah, this is going to plug all the other episodes. I'm trying to find... I can't find our YouTube channel.
It's there. Good luck. So it'd probably be Starfish number 1, then Children of Time, then this one, and then probably Micro. Yeah,
so I'm trying to think. I'd probably say... This is probably I'd probably say 2nd. So I think my favorite was what was the one with the spiders called again?
Children of Time.
Children of Time, The Infinite and Divine, Starfish, Micro.
Micro was fun.
Micro was fine, but Michael Crichton's not a good author.
He's not.
He's a good premise man.
He was a great author when I was 12 and was reading that for the first time.
He's a good idea man.
He is, but he writes his books... This is not a Michael Crichton episode, but
he just frustrates me because he has such good ideas, but then like the writings and the characters are awful.
Like, I just want to rant about chaos theory. I'm just going to make this character rant about chaos theory.
I want to write a book about chaos theory, but no one will read it, so I'm going to make it about dinosaurs.
Exactly.
I want to write a book about shrinking people, so I'm going to write this weird...
Or like the physics of small things.
I'll never get over him just having that lady's tits out on that balcony for no reason. That might have been the other author that finished that book, but...
Yeah, that was a thing.
Well, if you want to learn more about that, listen to the Micro episode.
Yeah, that one was also entertaining.
Mm-hmm. So I think we're going to do a short story next, so that way we maybe keep on schedule.
Yeah! So we are switching gears quite a bit, and we're going to be reading The Call of Cthulhu by H.P. Lovecraft, one of my favorite authors. Yes, everyone knows he is very racist.
What's the name of his cat?
We're not.
What's
no.
his cat's name?
We're not doing that. We're not doing that, okay?
Yeah, so I forgot, are we only supposed to be doing sci-fi books?
Yeah.
This is kind of sci-fi?
It's in space.
Is it?
Oh, Call of Cthulhu?
Yeah.
No. I would not
I
say
feel like
sci-fi. But it's not really fantasy.
I've been trying to fight for you saying, well, you said we agree that sci-fi fantasy should be separated.
Oh, for sure.
Yes. But we've been saying that like sci-fi and fantasy should not be on the same shelves at bookstores.
No, but they always
I've been
are.
I want to lump them together here so I can do fantasy books and sci-fi. So this makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, this is sci-fantasy. So we'll be doing the Call of Cthulhu by
H.P. Lovecraft.
I almost said H.G. Wells.
Nope.
I was like, wait.
Different guy.
So we'll do that eventually.
Yeah.
I'll probably be quicker.
Yeah.
Because is it a short story or a novella?
I think it's a novella, but it's very short.
I don't know what the technical definition of
Me
novella
neither.
is, but it's probably just shorter.
Yep. So
cool.
Yeah.
All
Welcome back.
All right, we had to look up our own YouTube channel because we were like, apparently we done 4. We totally forgot that we did an episode on the Empty Man. The Empty Man. So yeah, go watch
the movie, The Empty Man.
Go watch our 4 other episodes.
Yeah. Oh, one of them. Oh, Starfish has 196 views.
Whoa! What's our dislike ratio? Let's do it live.
Okay, our last episode was 4 months ago. That is not a baby's
that's like
worth
half a
of time.
baby amount of time.
Exactly.
How many dislikes we got on that one?
I don't think they show.
Click it. Oh, they don't.
They
No,
don't
they
show
do on the
dislikes.
back end. Oh, you're not logged in though.
No, I don't think.
Well, anyways.
I don't think we have any likes.
Rip.
We have 6 likes.
Woo!
All right.
And then we look at it. It's like 87 dislikes.
It's like all my. It's just
Do we
like
have comments?
My mom. We have 3.
Oh no! Don't read them live.
Aww.
Is it your mom?
No, I don't know.
All right. Anyways, listen to our last 4 episodes. Thanks for listening to this one, The Infinite and Divine. If you want to catch up with what we're doing next time, we're doing the Call of Cthulhu by not H.G. Wells, but H.P. Lovecraft. Goodbye.
Goodbye.